Hello everyone, welcome back to Molly's Cozy Kitchen. Today we're going to be making Campbell's tomato soup cake with my friend Fiona. Let's get started. First, let's line a round 9-inch cake pan. We're going to start by spraying it with nonstick spray, and then we're going to take a square of parchment paper, and we're going to fold it into a triangle like this, and then keep folding it into a triangle as I'm doing. And once we have it thin enough, we're going to place the point towards the center of the cake pan so we can get it nice and lined up. Alright, and then we're going to take our scissors and cut it so that it fits the edges of the pan, and then unfurl a circle that perfectly fits our cake pan. Give it an extra spray, and let's move on to the batter. In a large bowl, combine 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1.25 teaspoons of baking soda, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of this amazing pumpkin pie spice, just a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of salt. Mix that all up to combine. And when you're done, we can make the rest of the batter. Alright, let's make a little well in the center of our dry ingredients, and then pour in an entire can of Campbell's tomato soup. Do not use the stuff with tomato chunks in it. Plus a 1/4 cup of neutral oil, a 1/4 cup of water, 1 beaten egg, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Mix that all up to combine until it forms a lovely, nice, bright orange batter. Don't worry, this is not going to taste like tomato at all. The acidic taste bakes out of the cake, and you're left with a delicious spice cake. Now, pour it into the tins. I have lined 2, but I only ended up needing 1. So if you want to make 2, you're going to have to make a double recipe, but just, a delicious 1-layer cake is absolutely fine, and we all enjoy this one. Alright, once you've poured all the batter in there, you can go ahead and smooth out the top so that it bakes evenly and looks really nice, and then bake it in a 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Remove and allow it to cool completely before we make our crumb coat. For the frosting, beat together 1.5 sticks of softened butter, 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Use a hand mixer to beat that all up until fluffy. And then we're going to add in another 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. We didn't do this before because otherwise it would have poofed everywhere, and also this way we can control the texture a bit better. Alright, beat that up until fluffy, and let's do the crumb coat. Alright, now we're just going to flip out the cake onto its intended serving platter. And then we're going to remove that greasy parchment. Not going to want to eat that. And flip the cake over so we can get a nice crumb coat on it. A crumb coat is basically spreading a thin layer of your frosting onto your cake and then chilling it so that it sets up and you don't get any of the crumbs in your final decorations. It just makes for a smoother, prettier looking final product. So when you use an offset spatula to do that with just a little bit of frosting, it's fine if some of the cake is peeking through. Make it all smooth and nice. And then once we've got that even layer done, don't forget to clean up the edges. We're going to pop it in the fridge for at least half an hour until it's nice and firm. Once we have the cake out of the fridge, I'm just going to quickly do the sides with an even layer of white frosting. And then we're going to dye a couple tablespoons of the frosting yellow, half of it red, and then leave the rest white. And I'm having my friend Fiona here, because she loves decorating cakes, decorate half of it red, half of it white with a little yellow circle in the middle. Then we're going to write Campbell's on the red half. And I'm using some black icing gel, but you can also use some black frosting to write tomato cake on the bottom. Sorry, tomato soup. It's a tomato cake, but we're making it look like Campbell's tomato soup cans, the old-fashioned ones. That's kind of meta, but it looked really cool. Alright, then pop this in the fridge until you're ready to serve, or serve immediately. And you guys, this was so delicious. It didn't taste anything like tomato. It was just a really awesome spice cake, and it was super awesome. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell for notifications. You can check out the full written recipe at mollyscozykitchen.com. See you all next time!